The Binding of Isaac Epiphany mod has just revealed a brand new item for Wave 4 of their scheduled updates to the fan expansion. Edmund recently dropped a fair amount of news about both Mewgenics and the Binding of Isaac on the Bird app, and there's even some more info regarding the Isaac card game too. Welcome to the most current episode of Weekly Meat, the Binding of Isaac and Meat Boy news segment that doesn't come out on a weekly basis. I'm glad I decided to make this episode a tiny bit later because Edmund decided to randomly drop a bunch of new information on us. Let's go ahead and take a look. The Legend of Bumbo hits consoles today, those consoles being the Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, and Series S. As I've stated before, Bumbo isn't exactly the most universally acclaimed title that Edmund has put out there, but I'm sure there is a fan base for it, and I'm glad they have more ways to engage with the game. The Binding of Isaac Epiphany mod has shown off an item coming to the expansion in their next big update. This one is called Lucky Cat, and it's a trinket that gives you luck based on how many coins Isaac is holding. Pretty straightforward item. Of course, I'm sure it'll have great synergy with Tarnished Keeper since he'll be arriving in the same update. Seems that gold is the theme this time around. Quick update, after I was done recording for this video, the Tarnished team dropped another item reveal. This one regards the Deb card. It's an item that makes all pedestal items in the room cost money, but increases their quality by a factor of 1. Probably worth using when you're already packed with coins. Can definitely see myself using this when the items in the room are already kind of mid as is. Also, while I have you here, another post-recording development, Cerebus Pesci from one of Macmillan's absolutely ancient Flash games is making a cameo in Mewgenics, which I think is genuinely a really awesome callback. In recent streams, it almost seems as if Edmund wanted to distance himself from his older works like the Badlands, but clearly he had a change of heart. I'm very happy for the two people who are hyped about this. We've got some more Isaac news coming up, but first, Edmund has stated that development is going smoother than expected on Mewgenics, but that he still doesn't expect us to see it until the end of next year, or even the beginning of 2024. Wow, that's a fair amount of time. Still, it's really nice to actually hear things are going well, especially in an industry where delays, crunch, and more bad work practices appear to be the norm. Tyler also showed off a design doc for the game that seemed to be quite sizable. None of it is legible, but this makes me cautiously excited for Mewgenics, since obviously these things become harder to balance as the size of the title increases. I have faith in them, but I do always like to exercise some restraint. Here's hoping we have more Mewgenics news in the foreseeable future. Some pretty cool Isaac news coming up just in case you haven't gotten your fill already. And no, I don't mean the Four Souls Requiem Kickstarter cards being approved for production with a target release for November, although that's pretty cool too. Edmund has said that an update to the Binding of Isaac Repentance will probably show up before the year is over, and is even asking users what balance changes they'd like to see going forward. Lots of comments mention Delirium and the Void, as is to be expected since they're basically parts of the game that just borrow from other parts. Not particularly exciting. Ed's already confirmed on stream that he'd rather focus on other aspects of the game than these, so it remains to be seen whether we'll get any official changes in this regard, but it's always nice to see this level of transparency between developers and fans. I'm definitely eager to see this update on its arrival. I know you hear this a lot, but thank you so much for watching, and it would help me so much if you liked and subscribed to the channel, and maybe even joined the Discord server in the description. We're trying to get to 400 members, and I'd really like to see you there. Thanks so much, and have a wonderful night. Booba.